Hi, Kim. Here is the layout that I put together for you and whoever else is looking at this. This is basically a two-page layout I did with the bitter melon. One of the things I really wanted to point out and walk you through my thought process, so it didn't look like a lot of information put on there. We can definitely pare this down. But what I wanted to do is to basically, there's a couple things I wanted to hit. Organic, I wanted to have an organic look. I also wanted to have a flow where it would draw the reader into both pages, so that each page didn't stand on its own. It actually worked together as a group. And then two, I wanted it to be three, I wanted it to be very interactive. And so as you can see at the top of this page, you'll see how the banner goes across all the way across the top of the same image. This draws this into one page rather than making it look like it's two different pages. So as the book is opened, you can now see both pages and it draws you in as both pages, not two individual pages. The other thing you'll notice is that I put a lot of gradients in there, soft edges, little round edge on the picture on the right. This was to make it a little bit more organic and not so just straight edged. I really wanted to make it more flowing, and so that's helps with that flow as well. The other thing you'll notice is that I talked about that interaction. The recipe card in the center is, very upfront, but it gives you that interaction with the QR code. And we'll talk a little bit about where that takes you in a second. But the QR code allows us to be able to not just have the physical readers stop at the catalog, we bring them back to the website or social media and keep them in our ecosystem. So when it comes to, let's go a little bit more into the recipe card. That recipe card, when they scan that QR code, it's going to take them to a website where the recipe is actually held, or a catalog of recipes are held. And I'll scroll over to that right now. So this is basically some recipe cards I designed to connect with the recipes in the pages. So I did 3 of those just to see what those different looks would look like. The basic template of the photo with the recipe ingredients and then the method of doing that here. Also with the branding as well for Baker Creek. Now, you'll also notice a QR code on these recipes as well. That QR code is clickable as well as scannable, and it goes to a YouTube video with each one of these recipes. Once again, keeping them in the ecosystem, go from the catalog to the website, from the website to social media, back from social media back to the catalog or the website, wherever we want to continue to take them. So that's how the recipe cards work, and that's why those are called out there. You'll also notice that in the background, you're going to notice that there's some printing here. So what I did is took bitter melon line art or illustration, put that in the background, softened it, blurred it a little bit, just to add a little bit of texture, so that it's not just a blank white page in the background, that there's actually some texture there as well, that more of that organic flowing feel that I'm trying to communicate there. So hopefully that works for you. We can also pare that down, take it out, whatever you want to do. The other thing, and I guess the final process would be how these pages are brought together. And I talked about that with the banner. I also talked about that with the line art and the illustrations. I also added some art to it in the form of a poem, and which is up here in the upper right-hand corner. It's just basically some poetry I pulled off the line just to talk about bitter melon. So that could be something where we bring in some more of the history facts that are already in the catalog into the different pages, as well as maybe some poetry or something like that, artwork or things like that we can bring in just to soften the catalog feel. Just to make it a little bit more organic. So this is what I came up with. Hopefully this gives you an idea of what is capable of what I can do and bring to the table. Once again, these are all of the different ideas. They can be pared down, they can be added to. You just let me know which direction we want to go into. Hopefully this gives you an idea of the interaction that I can also bring as well. Website, video, and back and forth between the different features between all of the ecosystem of Baker Creek. So if you do have any questions, definitely let me know, email me back. I'm also going to put a link on here to book directly on my calendar if we want to Zoom and talk through this, or even just talk a little bit further about what you guys are looking for and how I can help. So hope to hear from you soon.